Hey there! So this morning I got up and decided that today will be a good day to sow some microgreens with you guys, and I'm super excited. My sowing efforts of microgreens in the past has not been great, but I wanted to try it again, and today is that day. So let me show you what I'm sowing. This microgreen specific packet, which is red, white, and Russian kale. Then this is chia seeds. And then I have these two packs that are already open, and these are the seeds that I tried to sow before, and I think I just did not, I think the problem was I didn't cover them and I wasn't keeping up with keeping them moist. So I think that's what the issue was last time, but this time it's gonna be different. So here are my containers. These are containers that had like mushrooms or like zucchini was in this, you know, lunch meat, things like that. And I have sterilized these. I washed them with dish soap, and then I also came back with an alcohol and water mixed to spray and let that sit and then wash them again. So they're pretty clean. And I'm most excited about this ginormous one. Look at that. I'll be able to get a lot of greens growing in here. All right, so now that I've showed you this and I've showed you my seeds, let's go ahead and get started sowing microgreens. So starting microgreens is pretty easy. You're just gonna need your seed starting mix, your containers, your seeds, and that's pretty much it to get started. These containers, I don't plan on cutting any holes for drainage in them. I'm pretty good about not overwatering things. If anything, I'm an underwaterer. So I'm gonna leave these guys intact just for my own benefit to help preserve moisture. So let's go ahead and fill these pots with the soilless mix and get our seeds sown. So I've got all the soil in. This is about 1/2 inch of soil in this pan here. And now I'm gonna go ahead and moisten this soil. So now my soil mixture is moistened. And as you can see, it's moist, but it's not soggy. So what you're gonna wanna do next is to press the soil down so you have a nice flattened surface. Okay, so it's all flattened. And I think the seeds that I want to start in here are, I want a packet that has a lot of seeds because this is a lot of surface to cover. And I don't know, maybe these, the kale. Now the chia I think has more actually. Let me see, 5 grams. And that's 2.5 grams. So I'll do the chia seeds in here because it has 2.5 grams, and I got these for 25 cents was it early this year? No, early last year. Rural King was having like trying to get rid of the seeds that they had left, and I got these for 25 cents along with a bunch of others. So I'm gonna go ahead and sprinkle these seeds. And you want to sprinkle and try to cover all of the surface area as much as possible. Okay, so let's go ahead and sprinkle. Let's start at the top. And this is a situation where it's okay to overseed. Like, that's what you want. All right, we got them all. Now, this says we should be able to harvest in 14 days, which is awesome. So after this point, what you're gonna wanna do is you can cover this in plastic. You can cover this in another dark container, but you don't need to put this in bright light until it starts to sprout. So at this point, you just wanna cover it with something to make sure that it stays moist, and then just leave it alone until you see growth. So a lot of people will sow microgreens in like a thinner flat tray, and then they will stack the trays on top of each other to provide that darkness. So I'll show you guys what I do after I'm done planting all of these containers up. So let's go ahead and add soil to the rest of these containers so I don't have to keep doing it over and over again. Okay, so I'm gonna go water these in and then I'll be right back. So I've got the other 3 containers all soiled up and moistened, and now we're ready to set seed. So let's go ahead and do that. I'm gonna start with these that are already open. So this one is called the Hot Mix, and it looks like it's a mixture probably of kale and salad greens. So let's go ahead and do this. Doesn't want to open. There we go. All right. So all I'm thinking about when I'm pouring is making sure that I have pretty decent coverage. It doesn't have to be perfect, but I just want there to be a seed in almost every spot. So I'm gonna take this, press these seeds into the soil mixture or the seed starting mixture. Alrighty, next I'm gonna do this one here, and this one is called a mild mix. It has cabbage, kale, mustard greens, pak choi, bunch of good stuff. All right. Alrighty. Come on, nothing wants to come out of here. All right, so that one's all done. I still have some seed left over. So now I'm just gonna do this. Make sure that seed is connecting with the soil all the way. All right, done. And last but not least, I'm going to do the microgreens that are kale, red, and white Russian. Come on, there you go. All right. Now, if I wanted to, I could just grow these regularly and I would have kale plants. So there's no like special microgreen seed. These are just seeds that you don't allow to mature. press these in. Ooh, one seed went flying. Like that. So now that all the seeds have been placed in their containers, let's go ahead and put these where they're gonna go until they start to sprout. So they're all covered up and dark. I'll check on them probably every other day just to make sure that they're still moist and to check if the seeds have sprouted already. But that is how you do it. And I am going to wait a few days and then we'll check back in on the sprout. So here are the microgreens. It's been a few weeks and they look pretty good, but in true fashion of me, some of them don't look so great. Like these ones, I forgot to water. So you've got some yellowing. And then this one also forgot to water and they have started to yellow a bit, but these are still good and edible. Now this big tray right here, this is going out to the chickens and I cannot wait to see what they think about this. It smells so good. It smells so like just fresh. I think the girls are really gonna love this. And then these guys are ready for snipping and cleaning and eating.